the Department of Education, the official U.S. Department of Education Twitter account, posting a meme that immediately undermines the U.S. Department of Education. All right. That's okay. That's okay. No. Sorry. Wrong story. I know our government officials are working hard. I know the agencies are working hard to work on all of the numerous issues occurring in this country, both infrastructure-wise and climate change-wise. No way. It's just Donald Trump proving that China hacked the U.S. election by presenting a document that's mostly redacted, but only says, PRC, analysis on U.S. government registration information from 18 states, plans to conduct U.S. person matching and public opinion analysis. No, wait, sorry. No. I know our elected officials are doing their best right now. That's got to be misinformation. You can see here Trump released documents that confirm Russia tried to interfere in 2020 election to hurt Biden. Wait a minute. President Putin and senior Russian officials are overseeing efforts by proxies to spread claims about former Vice President Biden, as well as Ukrainian politicians and alleged Ukrainian influence. Wait a minute. Wait, these are just documents proving that there was election interference that was made to discredit Biden. These figures are conspiring to intensify their efforts as the election approaches to orchestrate a high-profile corruption scandal implicating former Vice President Biden and the Democratic Party. Their aim is to defeat former Vice President and ensure the president's victory. Wait, so the information that Trump released to prove election fraud was Putin and the Russian government stepping in to reduce Biden's credibility? No, guys. This must be a mistake. I know for a fact that that's our elected officials would not. No. Okay. See, Tim Pool, sources tell me that he's stable. Holy shit. Trump says intel shows China paid U.S. journalists to write negative stories about the Trump administration. I mean, thankfully we can trust this guy because this guy was definitely never paid by a foreign entity. He was definitely never paid $100,000 for episodes where he said things like, quote, Ukraine is the enemy of the West, and never questioned where the $100,000 per episode were coming from. So I know that we can trust Tim Pool because he's always been a great judge of character and been able to recognize where money is coming from. And in his defense, he was only 35 years old when he was groomed by the man who offered him, hundreds of thousands of dollars to say that Ukraine was the enemy of the West. You expect him to think, why would someone pay me that much money to say that? Are you fucking crazy? Like, are you crazy? He was a 35-year-old child, you sick. All right? Okay? And I don't appreciate everyone in here, quite frankly, being ableist. He's bald. And going after a minor. He's 35 years old. So I need you guys to just tone it down a little bit, just a little bit, because it's getting a little bit out of control. And I thought you guys were better than this. All right? Okay. Thank you. That's okay, guys, because at least we're working on other important things, right? Like pumping our soldiers with testosterone. That's okay.
Absolute physical and mental limits to master the profession of arms. We demand your all, and you give it. But while we invest heavily in our weapon systems, platforms, and gear, our most decisive tactical advantage will always be the individual warfighter. We have a sacred duty to maintain that advantage, which is why we must constantly look for new ways to optimize your performance, your resilience, and your long-term health. And to meet that commitment today, I'm authorizing a new screening program for testosterone deficiency for our service members, ensuring you have the right testosterone levels to operate at your absolute best. Because it's well-established science that as we age, testosterone levels often naturally.
Chad, is this a good time to say that my doctor said I had low T? Do you think Hegseth would give me some tea, some testosterone to pump those levels up a little? Do you think that he could do that for me? My streamer is low T. Your skin looks phenomenal today. Thanks. I hope it makes up for not having any tea. Your camera's big enough already. And yes, that is a real story. I did go get my hormones tested and the doctor was like, Your testosterone is like really low. Like for a cis woman, your testosterone is way too low. And I was like, oh, oops. Designated soy by doctor. Tough, tough. Void to void transitioning. Pete frozen on the kissy face is sending me. Sorry, that's what he's gonna do to all the men after he testosterones them. That's okay, guys, right? Because we're definitely 100% for sure. There's gotta be at least someone that's been appointed or someone that we've elected. There's gotta be someone somewhere that is working on the climate change issues in our country, the infrastructure issues in our country, right? I mean, here's Tom Homan talking about how there will be more bloodshed unless they shut their mouths and let ICE enforce the laws. Wait, how does that help? The giant sinkhole and the flooding and the smog.
Going away.
But let's listen to him. Let's listen to him. 1 second. Wait. Maybe they'll send ICE and ICE will be personally cooling the cities down. So 1 second.
To espouse her a child. So, President Trump's clear, this policy flag.
God, it's so fucking marble mouth.
To espouse her a child. So, President Trump's clear, this policy is not going away. But it all goes back to the Dems who want to continually attack ICE and tell people to evade them, tell people don't comply, tell people to resist, and tell people ICE isn't real law enforcement agency. You and I talked about this 1.5 years ago, Laura. I said if the hateful rhetoric didn't stop, there will be bloodshed. And I'm saying it right now.
It's almost hard to take it seriously from him when he was like, that will be bloodshed. That will be bloodshed. It's like, this is the authority figure.
I said if the hateful rhetoric didn't stop, there will be bloodshed. And I'm saying it right now. There's still going to be more bloodshed unless they shut their mouth and let ICE enforce the laws that they enacted.
How does he have like cotton mouth and wet mouth at the same time? It's like some areas of his mouth are nothing but like cotton and other parts are just wet. And it's like the worst combination. It's like so disgusting. I just can't. I can't, dude. It's just like, I just ate. Please don't describe it like that. Sorry. Somehow still better than RFK. I would put them about the same. Jesus fucking Christ in him. He has dog DNA. Be less ableist. Excuse you. He's 99% Neanderthal. All right? 1% bulldog. All right? Blaming it on the bulldog is not acceptable and not valid or fair. Okay? This is like probably, I think, the worst bait I've ever seen in my life. Why do you insult people's appearance? WTF. And the message right before that is, what have you done with your hair, girl? Do you need a mirror? I'm pretty. No, I meant for your stupidity. You're trying to call other people out on their insulting people's appearance, and you don't recognize that you're doing it. It's for your hypocrisy. Hello? Ah, yes. The classic sign of intelligence. Giving up and just posting an emoji. Brutally mogged. Brutally mogged to death. Anyways, moving on. So what do you think Tom Homan meant when he said more bloodshed unless they shut their mouths? What do you think that meant? But you know what, guys? It's okay, right? Because we're focusing on the issues that really matter. See, maybe our elected officials aren't doing anything and our appointed officials aren't doing anything, but our reporters are doing things. See, look at this Fox News guy taking care of business and doing real journalism that people have been asking about.
Do you know that you can't be sleeping here?
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, let me make it a little bit louder. It's so quiet.
Do you know that you can't be sleeping here?
Yeah, I know.
So why are you doing it?
I'm not sleeping here.
Mayor Mom, do you know?
Thank God. Thank God. I was thinking if only someone would go up to those homeless people and ask them why they are sleeping outside without a home. Like, I've been waiting for someone to do real journalism like this. I thought Nick Shirley would be the first to, break the case on this and start walking up to homeless people and asking them these questions, because that's really like hard-hitting journalism. And I know Nick Shirley can deliver on stuff like that. But I'm glad at least we have this. Imagine Jesus coming back and this is what he catches you doing. But that's okay, right, guys? Because, like, No. You guys, our journalists are journalisting, all right? It's not like Jesse Waters is on air making jokes about how the U.S. military is going to rape women in Asia.
He says you lose your endurance, muscle mass. So, yeah, I want these guys on it. But you know what's going to happen? The guys that don't need it are going to take it to triple boost.
Right.
And then they're going to get out there. And women on base, you guys better be careful. Port calls, women in Asia, you better be careful. Because these guys are going to be wild animals, and you better watch out.
Okay.
Low T.
You should have held his hand.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would have.
Oh, Dana. He said,
Oh, you guys get it? Because he's saying that a bunch of people in the military are going to take the testosterone and then rape women in Asia. You know, personally, I'm shocked. I didn't anticipate this. I was very surprised that Jesse Waters, Jesse, I slashed my future wife's tires, Waters, would say that. Like, this guy, you're really telling me that this guy right here, this guy would be making rape jokes? You're telling me this guy right here, this upstanding gentleman, would do that. Fox News host brags about deflating colleagues' tires so he could drive her home.
Trying to get Emma to date me. First thing I did, let the air out of her tires. She couldn't go anywhere. She needed a lift. I said, hey, you need a lift? She copped right in the car.
Does she know this story?
No, she doesn't know the story.
Does she watch the
Now
show?
she does.
Jesse Jr. does.
You're basically the Zodiac killer.
It has a happy ending.
Really? Yes, we're married.
boy.
Did you really do that?
Is that the first time you did it, or did you use that before?
It works like a charm.
Oh, okay. Kathy Lee Gifford joins us.
In a just world, Jesse Waters would be sent to work in the mines for the rest of his life. No more interactions with human beings, to the mines. In a just world. How can we possibly live in a just world where some random people are getting black lung, but it's not Jesse Waters? Student conservatives would be like, there's no such thing as rape culture. It's like, there is no war in Ba Sing Se. There's no war in Ba Sing Se. You know what, guys? Maybe the world is all gone to shit, but at least on the internet, things have gotten better. Like YouTube deciding to say for no reason at all, saying YouTube has responded to calls from users to bring back dislikes for shorts. The company said removing the feature gives viewers a better experience. Are those viewers in the room with us? This is what I'm going to say, all right? I think YouTube should just have the same feature that like Instagram has, where like on Instagram, you can turn off likes for a post. Like if you don't want your post or your video to show the number of dislikes, you can personally turn it off. Otherwise, it should be there. Because I understand like hate brigading on YouTube sucks, especially when people see like the dislike ratio and they're like, oh no, it should be lower. So they dislike it more or whatever. I understand wanting to like give like YouTubers or like people who upload content the ability to have the option. But like, why? What? But you know what, guys? Listen, at least we might not have much in this country. All right? We might not have officials that care, but at least the institutions are still there, right? Like the Department of Education, the official U.S. Department of Education Twitter account, posting a meme that immediately undermines the U.S. Department of Education. What exactly is the bottom one supposed to be? I think it's supposed to be like men in sports or whatever, this stupid nonsense. Isn't that good? Oh, look. I love not having freedom of speech, by the way. Isn't that good? I don't even know what this one is supposed to be. Nothing that resembles a sombrero anymore. Nope. No more sombreros. No more cool hats. Only this ugly piece of shit hat. Huh? But it's okay, guys, right? Because you guys see this, like, awful video of the F-18 Hornet that was driving. It was, like, doing, like, a flyover right above, like, a beach. I actually, straight up, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I would be pissed if this happened to me. If I was on the beach trying to have a good time, and I already... Okay. How do I say this without sounding like the most neurodivergent person ever? Sand is not like a fun texture, you know? I like the idea of the beach, but I hate sand. Like, I don't. Maybe if you go to one of those really nice beaches where the sand is super soft, but it's like, it's really coarse. It gets everywhere. It gets on everything. It's kind of, there's so many things that I don't like about it. But, it is what it is. I can deal with it. Physical sensations that suck, I can mostly deal with. I cannot. Anakin posting today is that I have never watched Star Wars. Okay. Had to make sure not to f that one up. What is your opinion on streaming university? The same as my opinion on Star Wars. I haven't seen anything, so I have no opinion. Girl, you hit the full clip. Does he not like sand? You almost quoted Anakin word for word. Wait, are you serious? Does he not like sand either?
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Okay. Oh, he was spitting. Like, I don't know what to say. Like,
not like here. Here everything is soft and smooth.
Okay, well, he was correct about that. Like, I don't know what to say, A broken clock, something, twice a day. Anyways, the only thing I can't stand, that I really can't stand, is, like, irritating audio. No wonder he got evil, or he became evil. He grew up on a sand planet, and he hates sand. I know, right? Yeah, dude. Oh, come on, you've seen it, LOL? Sure, whatever you want, man. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen all of them. I saw the one with where they go, and then they, and that other part was so good. And I'm your father. She has seen the memes, I bet. Yeah. I definitely stored any memes I saw right here. Anyways, Andor is woke. Okay, admittedly, I have seen Andor, but that doesn't that's like a spin-off. It doesn't feel the same. I don't know why. I feel like it's just like, whatever. That's true. I have seen Andor. Caught. I'd be so mad with a fucking jet flying overhead. Well, it's not like a jet, right? It's actually, I don't know how they classify jets. Might be a jet. It actually might be a jet. No, okay, it is a jet. Okay. I was like, for a second, I was like, wait. Would it be considered a jet? Yeah, it's a jet. And you just have this fucking loud ass fucking noise over you, and then a bunch of sand hits your fucking face. Like, look at this video and tell me that you wouldn't be pissed. Again, don't get me wrong. I would be down for like a plane show, bringing, some like earplugs or something and enjoying the show. But like, I don't really want to get hit with a bunch of sand in my face, loud as shit, not expecting it, just trying to go to like the beach. And then I get hit with lifetime tinnitus or lifelong tinnitus. If that was part of the show and you were expecting to see that, then I would think it's cool. Yeah. The flyover is not bad, not just because it's bad, not just because the jet, it's a gigantic safety risk because he's flying so low that any small thing could cause the jet to crash into the crowd. It's incredibly unsafe maneuver to do at the height that they're doing at. IDK, this shit is super cool. Don't take the lib bait. Lib bait. You think this shit's cool? See, this is classic lib bait. This is classic lib bait. Classic. Yeah. I think it would have been cool if he was flying higher up. I think that would be cool. I don't think it's particularly cool to have a plane flying right next to you at like 1 billion decibels with sand flying in your fucking face. I don't think that part is particularly cool. Safety is for losers. You're not going to tell me to unload my gun before cleaning it. Holy shit, it's so low to the ground. Oh my God. Can definitely cause hearing damage. It's bad. The only reason I don't want to talk about, or the only reason that I'm hesitant to talk about hearing damage is because I do feel like most people don't take their hearing seriously. Like, people be going to concerts and shit with no earplugs. I take my hearing seriously, and I don't go to concerts. And I have earplugs basically always, but, could you speak up? What did you say? I couldn't hear that, huh? What did you say? What? Huh? As an audio engineer, I can tell you that spending an hour at a concert is worse for your hearing than this. Well, yeah, that's why I said, like, the only reason I'm not super keen on talking about the hearing damage, although I'll bring it up, is because, I mean, I take my hearing seriously, but I do think most people don't take their hearing seriously. Only the first 3 seconds are safe, but this is what libbait looks like. Oh, all right. Yeah, no, this is classic. See this? This is libbait. This is classic libbait. I actually like when planes go so low to the ground that they might crash. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And then, thankfully, our officials are really taking this seriously. You can tell because here's Pete Hegseth saying the flyovers will continue until morale improves. That's good. So cool. Yes. So good and cool. Yes.